Hello, everyone. It is Carolyn McGee from carolynmcgee.com, Healing Through the Heart. Welcome to 2018. This is a big year for everybody. There's a lot of changes coming. It is what is termed an 11 year. So that means it's a big about connecting in with your intuition, connecting in with that divinity piece that lives within side of all of us. I am broadcasting both on my Facebook page and on my personal page, so you're going to see me looking back and forth so that I can chat with everybody who is coming in on this. So I'm so thrilled to be here with you. I have made a commitment to myself and to all of you who need to hear from me and want to hear from me that I will be doing Facebook Live Wednesdays at noon going forward on a regular basis. So if you have a question that you'd like to hear from me, then please post it or email me. Email me at carolyn@carolynmcgee.com, post on my Facebook page, post on my personal page, and I will do my best to get you the answers that you have on intuition and really tapping into that divine aspect of ourselves. We all have the ability to use our connection, to use that intuitive piece of us. Intuition is like an internal GPS. It is an ability that we're born with. Many of us have been trained out of it. We, for many reasons, lost that ability to really trust ourselves, to trust our gut instincts, to trust what we know to be true. But if we just take a deep breath and drop back down into our hearts are our most intuitive muscle. It's where that knowledge lies. It's the center of our entire body. If you think about the 7 chakras that are energy centers that live in our body, the heart is the center. The heart is where the energy rises from our root and the sacral and our solar plexus, all of that basic physical energy. And it connects in with the throat where we speak our truth. It connects in with our third eye, how we connect with the divine. And of course, that inspirational wisdom that comes through the crown. But it all connects through the heart. And therefore, our hearts are our most intuitive muscles. Everything that we need to know that we want to verify can be verified through our hearts. It's kind of sounds simple, and in some ways it really is. I have found that the most difficult part of it all is trusting. Trusting that the information that we receive is valid. And how do we do that? Well, you can do that by taking that deep breath, by feeling the information in your heart. Does that information make your heart feel like it's going to expand? Or does it make you kind of push away, like it doesn't feel good and you don't like it? It just feels uncomfortable. Or maybe it makes you constrict. You can kind of feel cold chills or things in your body that don't feel very positive. Those are ways that you can tell whether or not this inspiration that you got, this intuitive hit, is really in your highest good or not. You know, there's some other ways that you can use to test that. There's body dowsing and other types of muscle testing. But the simplest one is to just really feel in your heart if it's positive for you or not. And what are some of the ways that we receive intuitive messages? You know, there's 4 basic ways. The first way is through sight. It's called clairvoyance. Stuck there for a second. It's called clairvoyance, and that's anything that we see. So it's what we see with our eyes, looking around a room. There may be something that you notice that catches your attention. It could be numbers. Numbers is a really big thing. Like I said, this year is an 11 year, and it's big for divinity. So there may be other numbers that you notice that have a certain energetic resonance to them and that can provide you messages. It could be through your dreams. You know, if you have dreams, they could be foretelling certain things, or it just could be a repeated message in your dreams of something that you need to look out for and to take advantage of. One of the best things that you can do for yourself for clairvoyant messages, and actually other messages too, is to keep a dream journal or a journal. If you pull a daily card, I'm going to be pulling cards here in a minute for, or actually a few minutes for everybody. And if anybody does have a specific question, I'd be happy to pull a card for you too. So anything that you have, then you can write that down and keep track of it. And it's almost as if you're doing a puzzle. You can see the patterns, you can see the information as it comes forth for you, kind of over time. Sometimes your intuition and your connection with the divine gives you things a little bit piecemeal so that you can put all that together. And the next way that we connect or that we receive these messages is through our hearing. It's called clairaudience. And that's anything that you hear. It may be something that, like, you hear a sound, an ambulance. Maybe that's something that you need to really pay attention to. Think about what you were thinking in your mind or what you were saying when you heard that sound. It could be the refrain of a song. So that it's something that's, every morning you wake up and you have the same song going through your mind. Well, there's a message for you in there. And you can go back and think about, well, what is that message and why is it important for me? For a while I was hearing the song by John Mayer, Say What You Mean to Say, I think is what it's called. And at that point in time, I was going through a really difficult time with somebody, and I was having a hard time expressing myself. And every morning I got the same message. And finally, I had the courage to really be clear with a loving heart about what was going on and why this relationship was causing me so many problems. And we had a beautiful conversation. And it was very positive, and it was very empowering for me to be able to be so authentic with a person that was troubling me, a relationship that was troubling me. So you can see how you can get this information and utilize it to make your life easier. And I want to circle back just for 1 second and give you an example about clairvoyance. So I also own a pet care company. Animals are a huge part of my life and what I'm here on earth to do. So during that point in time, I had a very unusual client. She was somebody that had 4 dogs and 4 cats. So not somebody that you're going to quote off the price list with. So what I did is I asked the angels, my divine support team, what would be a reasonable price? What would be fair to them and to me? And I said, I want to have the information come through clearly, quickly, and repetitively. So I really want to know what the answer is. Within a minute, I was driving. Within a minute, I passed exit 33. And then I passed a billboard that had a big 33 on it. And then a truck went by me that had a huge 33 on the side of it. So three times I got the number 33. And it was a number that was financially viable for me, and the client was thrilled with it because, as I said, the rate sheet number would have been significantly higher. So that is an example of how you can ask for guidance and then visually see it around you. So the third way of connecting in with your intuitive guidance is called claircognizance. And that is a feeling. You often hear the gut feeling. One of my favorite TV characters is Gibbs on NCIS, and he's known for that. You know, they talk about Gibbs' gut, and nobody is ever going to question it because he has proven his instincts over and over and over again. And that's available to all of us. Now, certain people do have a higher ability to connect in with that gut instinct, but we all have it. One of the challenges with using our gut instinct or using that claircognizance is that it's quick. It comes really, really fast. So you want to pay attention to those instincts that just pop up and say, it doesn't feel good, or, oh my goodness, I need to call this person, and then follow through on it. And again, you got that journal, right? Start writing down things. And even if it doesn't come to fruition right away, you can go back and you can check things and verify that, yeah, you know what, this information that I am receiving is valid. And it's just going to help to strengthen that muscle and to strengthen your confidence that you're reading the situations correctly. Now, the fourth way that that we can connect in with this divine information and utilize our intuition is called clairsentience, and that is feeling. You walk into a room and perhaps it just feels uncomfortable. Maybe there's some negativity there, and then you find out later, somebody wasn't feeling well, or there was a fight in the room, and you're kind of picking up on the residual energy. You may also feel overwhelmed. Clairsentience is involved with or related to empathy. So you pick up on somebody else's feelings. If you have a high level of clairsentience, then you may pick up on other people's feelings. So if all of a sudden out of nowhere you're feeling really sad, ask yourself, is this really mine? Or is this somebody else's energy that I'm picking up on? Somebody who I really care about, that perhaps I'm picking up on their energy. The same thing if all of a sudden you've got a backache and you don't typically have problems with your back, then what's going on? Does it really belong to you? And if it doesn't, you can let go of it and find perhaps a way to support the person who is having that challenge. But you don't need to take it in. You don't need to own what is not yours. One of the high benefits of really working with your intuition and clarifying what's yours and what somebody else's is that it raises your own energy. It allows you to vibrantly connect with what's yours and give back, or perhaps offer healing to other people for what's not yours. But having that ability to really differentiate is extremely positive. So folks, if anybody is looking for a reading, I would be happy to be, we've got, hi Bridget, hi Terry, hi Kai. Wonderful to see you all here. So if anybody is interested in a reading, just put a post in there and I will pull a card for you. If not, then I'm gonna pull a general card anyway. I think I will start with the general one and see if somebody adds a comment. And as I mentioned earlier, if you are just joining here, I will be on Facebook Live on both my personal page and the business page, Healing Through the Heart, Divine Guidance and Intuitive Healing, on Wednesdays at noon going forward. I am doing a simulcast, which is why I'm looking back and forth between my computer and my phone. So this is kind of a fun new experiment for me. So the card that has come through for everybody in general, I will show it to both audiences, is the Angel of Clearing. And let's see if we can get this over here so everybody can see it here also. This is from the Angels, Gods, and Goddesses decks by Tony Carmine Salerno, and is one of my favorite decks. It's a beautiful angel in pastel colors, stepping up and rising out of this burning. And especially for the beginning of the year, it feels so powerful. So we're in this place, we just had a huge supermoon, full moon, and now we're letting go. We're going into that letting go of the energy of 2017 and really stepping powerfully into the energy of 2018. So this is really a perfect card for us, and it's soft. A lot of times entering a new year, people want to push. They really want to make things happen. There's New Year's resolutions and people start out with a big push. This is an invitation for you to step into it gently, to allow things quietly to happen for you, to not push, it's more about receiving. So opening up your heart, opening up what is available for you to receive that divine guidance, which is our intuition, and really be able to figure out and differentiate what's our next right step. How can I feel this energy in my body and know what I need to do so that I can have that beautiful divine intuition in my body and powerfully help me to have my most radiant year. And as I said, she's stepping out of this fire, so there's this burning away of the residual that's left over from last year. We do have, there's always a lingering, there's always a slight energetic resonance that carries over from one year to the next, just like from one day to the next. So it's an invitation to cut some cords, release a little bit of energy, and really stand powerfully in who you are and who you want to be. So you can just take a deep breath. Everybody can do this with me if you want to. Really feel that breath. Bring it in through your nose and feel it almost as if it's going down into your hips. So that you feel it. It's cleansing, it's releasing, it's connecting all of the energy in your physical body. And then release it deeply. Can you feel the clarity that comes into your mind and into your heart? And that's how you connect deep with your intuition. That's how you release the past energy and really step into the now. So as I mentioned, I am going to be on here every Wednesday at noon. I will be talking a little bit about intuition and other topics that you folks tell me that you're interested in. I also have a pretty amazing thing that I want to tell you about. I am going to be teaching a 7-week class called, I've already forgotten the name, Step into Your Best 2018 Using Your Intuitive Guidance. I just made that up. It's something very similar to that. I will post that in the comments for you along with a link. It is 7 weeks. At each week, we are going to step deeply into one of your energetic intuitive centers and how your intuition lives there and how you can enhance your intuition there, working our way from the root chakra all the way through the crown in those 7 weeks. It will be done online at Tuesdays, 7 p.m. and it's only $197, so it's a real big deal. There also will be a private Facebook group for everybody so that we can support each other. So if that's something you're interested in, I will post the link for you in the comments. And if so guided, I would appreciate you sharing it. If you know of anybody that it might benefit, I am here to serve. So I love you all. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you all next week. Bye for now.